When Millie Bobby Brown and her husband Jake Bongiovi posted a hand-drawn tree and the phrase, "and then there were three," fans were bewildered. The 21-year-old actor and the 23-year-old son of rock legend Jon Bon Jovi had suddenly become parents. Searches for Millie Bobby Brown baby, Jake Bongiovi, and Millie Bobby Brown pregnant spiked as people tried to make sense of the news. The couple weren't announcing a secret pregnancy, but an adoption. In one short message, they shared that they had welcomed a baby girl into their family through adoption and asked the public to respect their privacy. The announcement defied Hollywood expectations in multiple ways. Brown and Bon Jovi are extraordinarily young for adoptive parents. They kept the process entirely private, and they chose adoption over the more common celebrity path of biological children. To understand why their announcement generated such interest, let's explore Brown's rapid rise to fame, her relationship with Bon Jovi, and the values that led them to parenthood at an unusually young age. A compressed timeline: fame, love, and marriage. Millie Bobby Brown's career has been a whirlwind. Born in 2004, she was a child when she landed the role of Eleven in Netflix's supernatural hit Stranger Things. The series catapulted her into the global spotlight, bringing award nominations, brand endorsements, and a level of scrutiny most adults never experience. Her intense schedule made headlines, but she managed to keep her personal life relatively private until 2021. That summer, she introduced her social media followers to Jake Bongiovi. Unlike Brown, Jake grew up far from film sets, volunteering at community kitchens run by his father's foundation and playing sports at school. The pair connected through friends and quickly became inseparable. Photos of their dog, road trips, and shared holidays filled their timelines. By late 2021, they were referring to each other publicly as partners. In April 2023, Brown announced their engagement with a Taylor Swift lyric, and in May 2024, they married in a small ceremony, hosting a larger celebration later. Fans admired their devotion, but wondered if such young love could last. With the adoption announcement, curiosity about their relationship reached a new peak. Many wondered what made this couple feel ready for a family when most of their peers were still establishing their careers. Jake Bongiovi, more than a rock star's son. It's easy to reduce Jake to his surname, but his own values help explain the couple's decision. While his father sings stadium anthems, Jake spent his youth learning about service through the JBJ Soul Foundation's community kitchens and housing projects. Those close to him say he prioritizes family over fame. When Jake met Millie, he was drawn to her grounded nature despite her stardom. She appreciated his ability to treat her like a normal person. Their shared commitment to family forms a backbone for their relationship. Why adopt instead of waiting? Adoption is an unusual path for people in their early 20s, but Millie has spoken for years about wanting to start a family young. She recounted how her parents were teenagers when they had her, and she sees no difference between having a child biologically and adopting. Jake, who grew up volunteering with his family, shares that view. Together, they decided that if they had the resources and stability, they did not need to postpone parenthood. The process can be lengthy. Agencies perform background checks and interviews. They likely began the adoption process around their May 2024 wedding and completed it before the August announcement. They didn't share details about the child's origin or age, choosing instead to protect their privacy. Their public statement focused on joy and gratitude and asked the public for understanding as they adjust to their new roles. This approach differs from the typical celebrity narrative, which often involves carefully orchestrated pregnancy announcements and magazine spreads. Public curiosity versus private choices. Despite the couple's request for privacy, the internet buzzed with speculation. Search engine data revealed a surge in queries such as, "How old is Millie Bobby Brown?" "Jake Bongiovi job," and "Millie Bobby Brown pregnant," underscoring how fans tried to contextualize the news. The words "through adoption" did little to deter pregnancy rumors. Some assumed the announcement was a publicity stunt or that the baby was a relative, and others questioned whether the young couple had used their celebrity to shorten wait times. Their silence may frustrate gossip sites, but it reflects a growing trend among celebrities to draw boundaries around their children. While many stars monetize their kids' first photos, Brown and Bongiovi are opting for minimal disclosure. Their choice of a tree drawing instead of a baby picture signals a rejection of typical celebrity baby reveals. Yet the persistent search terms remind us that adoption still feels foreign to many, especially when the parents are so young. Being outliers in the adoption world. Statistics show that most adoptive parents are in their 30s or older, and many agencies set minimum age requirements around 25. Brown and Bongiovi at 21 and 23 stand out. Youth can present challenges, but it can also be an advantage. Younger parents have energy and decades to spend with their child. Brown has been financially independent since her early teens and has a strong support network. Bongiovi grew up around service and stability. Their age does not necessarily equate to immaturity. Ultimately, adoption agencies prioritize safety and commitment over age alone, and Brown and Bongiovi met those standards, completing a process designed to filter out those who aren't prepared. In announcing their daughter's adoption, Millie Bobby Brown and Jake Bongiovi challenged preconceived notions about celebrity parenthood, age, and family. Their story illustrates that a successful acting career and a famous last name don't preclude a young couple from making deliberate, grounded decisions. Instead of chasing headline-grabbing pregnancy rumors, they chose a path that resonated with their values of love, service, and privacy. Their adoption also shines a light on an often overlooked aspect of building a family: that love, not genetics or age, defines parenting. Public fascination with their youth and the barrage of search queries highlight a societal discomfort with unconventional timelines. But Brown and Bongiovi's example may encourage others to consider adoption earlier or to respect personal decisions regardless of age. Whether their story influences adoption policies or simply inspires fans to think differently about family, it underscores a larger trend. Celebrities can use their platforms to normalize choices that break with tradition. In the end, the most important detail isn't their age or fame. It's the quiet joy of two young adults embracing parenthood and asking the world to let their family grow in peace. In many ways, the couple's journey is also a reflection of how Generation Z celebrities are redefining family and fame. Millie and Bongiovi grew up online and understand the power of controlling their own narrative. By announcing their adoption on their own terms and declining to share every detail, they showed a mature awareness of the internet's appetite for private information. Their decision invites audiences to rethink what it means to grow a family and proves that even in an era of constant exposure, it's possible to protect what matters most.